I'm Riley from Packhacker, and today we're taking a detailed look at the Vessel Signature 2.0 backpack, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. I have a few things I want to note, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the video, but you can head on over to packhacker.com for the full written review, link in the description below, and let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, so a big part of this bag is definitely the material it's made out of. As you can see, it's very like premium synthetic leather, and it's held up really well during testing so far. We haven't like had any scuffs or scratches or anything like that we've noticed. It does have like a little bit of a kind of a mark up here, but that's really it. Other than that, it looks great. The pattern down here is also kind of like a crocodile type pattern too, which is a little bit different than we've seen on some other bags, but if you like the look of that, then all the more power to you. But you also have the Vessel logo here at the bottom, which looks very sophisticated. Just in general, this bag has a very serious, sophisticated vibe to it, and it, you know, a lot of the materials are very luxurious, and it looks like a very high quality bag. It's been performing as a very high quality bag, so yeah. And then we'll flip this over, talk a little bit about this harness system. Another Vessel word mark right there too, which looks nice, as well as on the back here. As for the back panel, as you can see, there's some pretty dense padding in here. It is a little stiff, but it hasn't been like too uncomfortable on the back or anything. And there's also this luggage pass-through back here, so you can slip your bag on your roller luggage if you're using this as like a carry-on. But yeah, this mesh has been nice for keeping us well ventilated. And then there are air channels that are built into it as well that helps air circulate. So getting all the breathability we need here. And then for the shoulder strap, same thing, like just some nice cushy padding. It's a little stiff, but you know, comfortable enough. And then again, just a mesh lining down here too that feels nice and keeps sweat at bay. So no sternum strap or anything, but it's kind of on the smaller side of day packs, so we haven't felt the need for it. But if you like having that extra stability, you know, your mileage may vary. There's not really a place to attach one, so you're not getting that functionality even if you wanted to, unfortunately. But and then also this hardware down here, this metal hardware, just kind of adds to that like high grade materials that we were talking about. Same thing, it's got the Vessel name there. So yeah, overall we found it to be really comfortable even without the sternum strap, just because it's so well built for a bag of its size. And then you also have this handle up top here, which is kind of like that same crocodile pattern that you see on the bottom. Essentially it's just some folded over, you know, nylon strap, but it's comfortable enough, like if I'm just picking this up to grab something out, or if I need to slide the bag around, etc. So we'll talk a little bit about pockets now, which you will find on the side here. There's this small pocket that only goes out to about here, so it's not like super deep, but if you needed to fit like your passport somewhere, you'd be able to slide it in here, and it's definitely more secure because it's sitting against your back. There's also this welt here that covers the zipper almost entirely, so it's not only a clean look, but it's much more secure. You would hardly even know that there's a pocket there. And then you have yet another one of those pockets on this side as well. Same thing, it's not like super deep or anything, but for our purposes we just have a pair of AirPods in there for when we need to grab them. But yeah, the added security is nice, and then it zips open and shut pretty easily, so you do have those at your disposal. And we'll flip this bag around. You have a pocket here too on the front that has some organization inside, so Let's see if you can see here. We just have a charger in this liner pocket here, just like a phone charger. And then you have 3 smaller sleeves for pens. So we have pen in 2 of them. And then we also have the last swab beauty in here as well that fits nicely. And then the liner in here is same thing, just a lot nicer than some traditional liners you'll see in bags, and it's nice and bright so you can see everything that's inside. And then you also have a fair amount of free space in here to pack out with just extra accessories and stuff, quick grab items that you don't want to have to go all the way inside the pack for. And it's also protected, as well as these compartments, by a water resistant zipper here, so that's always a nice bonus of protection there. And then we'll open up this main compartment here. Now, one of the great things about this compartment is just how wide it opens up. So as you can see, it's kind of like almost fully clamshell. It doesn't quite bend down all the way, but you're getting all the visibility you need here. Starting with the organization on this front flap here, you have these 2 mesh pockets. This mesh feels very nice, very durable. It's not like super stretchy or anything. This elastic doesn't pull out too much, so you can't really overpack them, but we've just been keeping the Matador Pocket Blanket 2.0 in here. That fits well, as well as just a small moleskin notebook. But you can, put whatever you'd like in here. You can pack this out with a charger or 2 if you'd like, or you can keep kind of what we had in there, like a notebook that's smaller. Above that, you have a zippered compartment, which has a very soft lining to it, kind of like a faux fur type of lining. So you can keep like sunglasses in here, or just your regular standard glasses in here. You could even throw, a phone in here and not have to worry about it being scratched up. Right now, we just have a wallet in there, because there's also a pocket at the very top that's zippered with that same lining here. And since it's at the top of the bag, this is like a great place to put kind of what we mentioned before too, like sunglasses or just your regular glasses, so you can easily grab them out. And then we just have our keys in here as well, so that's kind of a quick grab spot, but at the same time keeping them secure. So, but again, of course, you can pack this out with whatever you'd like. And then we'll flip this over here. So as you can see, there's a little bit of branding in the middle, and there's an ID number there at the top. So essentially, anytime you buy a bag, Vessel donates a bag to a child in need to use for school. So that number represents how many bags they've been able to donate thus far. So it's really great. Even the message here, inspired by love, intentionally designed, handcrafted to perfection, life is an adventure. It's just, very meaningful, and it's a nice thing to see when you open up your bag every day. So always great. And then you have a sleeve here, which you can put like a tablet in here or any documents you might have. I wouldn't put the laptop here if you're carrying one, just because there is a dedicated compartment that we're going to go over here in a second. But yeah, it is a nice spot to put like any documents, even like a larger notebook would fit in here, any folders or anything like that you're traveling with. And then you do have a bit of free space here at the bottom that you can pack out, whether you're bringing like a hoodie with you, like a light jacket in case the weather turns, things like that. And then before we get into this laptop compartment, I'll just mention this compartment down here as well. So this section down here, as you can see, the fabric from the main compartment fills it out. So if you're packing the main compartment in, you're not going to have really any extra space in this section, but you can use it as a way to kind of like further segment your gear. So like, let's say you had a pair of shoes or something like that you're trying to separate, you can keep that here. This does detach with Velcro, so you can kind of like fold this up here, and then you get kind of like all the full capacity of this compartment if you're just looking for more segmentation that's like built into the bag. Otherwise, you can always incorporate your own packing cubes and pouches and things like that, but that's just kind of an interesting functionality. You don't always see that with bags. All right, and then for the laptop compartment, same thing, that super soft material in here, and then you have a super padded sleeve, like just tons of padding on this part of the sleeve as well as the padding from the back panel. So, you know, you have a lot of protection when your laptop's getting jostled around in here. And then it holds up to a 16-inch laptop, but we just have a 13-inch MacBook Pro in here that we've been using. We haven't felt the need to put it in a protective case just because it feels really secure here. And there is a bit of a false bottom as well, so you're getting protection like if you're setting the bag down not so gently or if you drop it, things like that. And then you also have these mesh pockets, kind of similar to what you saw in the main compartment, which has been super convenient. We've just been putting our laptop charger in there, so we have the cord in one pocket as well as the adapter in the other, so that's worked out really well. Again, if you have other things you want to put in here, any like tech accessories like a mouse or something like that, you can. And then there's also a fair amount of space, free space in this compartment if you wanted to slip in like a keyboard or something like that too. So yeah, fair amount of, I know it's got a pretty slim profile, but you can fit a fair amount in here, which is great. So there you have it, the Vessel Signature 2.0 backpack. Head on over to packhacker.com for more information and the best buying options that help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Link down below, and we'll see you in the next video.